You gotta stop taking shit personal. A lot of us, man, have become more sensitive over time. You know, we take like certain insults, whether it's online or someone says it to our face, like to heart. But then we get all mad and we may do something that we may regret. We may fight the person, or we may hurt the person, or we may start thinking about what they said weeks ago, right? And it can affect our ability to focus. It can affect our happiness. So why should we let people take that away from us? We already have a short period on this earth, and we're letting people, even most of the time people that we don't even know, affect our mood. We need to become stronger mentally, guys. We need to stop taking shit so personal. Even when the something that someone said to you is a very personal attack. It could be on your family, it could be on your religion, it could be on your identity, it could be about your wife, it could be about your girl. You gotta know how to react in the right way. You gotta know how to control your emotions. I don't care how vulgar or how personal that insult was. Yes, you gotta stand up for yourself, for sure. But know how to control your emotions. Know how to react. Right? How to react the right way. Because if you react the wrong way, it can cause a lot of damage, man. A lot of damage to the person that you're attacking, to yourself. Because anger is one of the worst, the most uncontrollable emotions that we have. The moment that we are angry, we get furious. We completely lose rational thinking, right? Our adrenaline gets pumped up. We go into this tunnel. We get this tunnel vision, right? And we just don't know what we're saying. Sometimes we even forget what we said. Sometimes we even forget what we did when we're angry. And that is a very dangerous thing, because you may do something that you end up regretting later on in life. You may even go to jail for it. You may have beat the person up so badly because of something that they said to you, and then you end up going to jail and facing the consequences. So it does not matter what someone says to you. What matters is how you react to it, and reacting to it in the correct fashion. Because, you know, if you are constantly an angry person, if you constantly just take shit personally, if you're constantly just a sensitive person in general, you're going to have a very hard time in life, because it's only going to get worse from there. There's no way to completely avoid somebody to offend you. It can be verbally, it can be non-verbally, it can be directly, it can be indirectly, and you could get offended by that. It just depends on if you let it or not. But it has a lot of detrimental effects towards your health too. When you get angry, when you are constantly thinking about something that they said, your heart rate starts to go up, your blood starts pumping, you know, it's not a very healthy thing to do. You need to be able to stay calm at all times and know when to react. In a life-threatening situation, if somebody's approached you and they're shouting at you and they're screaming at you and they're saying all these swear words at you, F you, you're a piece of shit, you should be able to stay calm. Because number one, there's a great chance that they will not do anything, because all they do is just barking like a dog. All bark, no bite. You know? Or two, just give it some time for them to let out what they say, and then maybe they'll apologize for what they did to you, right? So there was no point of you fighting fire with fire. There was no point of you to do something. But in certain situations, this can happen too, where the person may be screaming at you, shouting at you in your face, this close to your face. And it takes tremendous willpower and determination to not knock that person out. I'm telling you this from experience. It takes a lot of discipline. But the thing is, the best thing to do is to not do anything, to not react, to just smile and just walk away. I know it's hard, it's very difficult to do, but if your life is not in danger, if they haven't physically touched you, there is no point of you snapping at them and potentially doing something that you may regret. You may end up going to jail for, or you may even get hurt. It does not matter whether it's a crazy psychotic ex, whether it's a psychotic family member that's just pushing you down all the time, putting you down all the time. It could be a father, it could be your mother, it could be whoever. It could be a coworker, it could be a friend, it could be just anybody in your life. It could be the cyberbullies, it could be people online that are just hating on you for no reason. Or maybe they do have a reason to hate you. Who cares? Don't let it affect you, man, because it's going to affect the most important thing in your life, which is your peace of mind. Your happiness is the most important thing, bro. You cannot let people affect that steady peace of mind that you have, that you work so hard to get. You know? Why the hell are you even thinking about these people, bro? They're not even part of your life. Your life is yours. You're the one who's steering life in your own direction. You have the steering wheel of your life. You are the captain and the boss of how your life goes. Why are you letting all these thoughts of people who have wronged you, have done shit to you, or said some mean things to you in the past, or even 5 minutes ago, affect your happiness? Why are you letting them control your emotions, dictate your behavior? You need to become stronger, and the way to become stronger, I'm going to tell you how. The way to become stronger is to focus on your goals, focus on discipline, try to become a more disciplined individual, focus on your ambitions, and realize that once you're able to control aspects of your life and you're getting results, once you're able to have strong discipline, then nothing else affects you, bro. Nothing else affects you. You know? Sometimes you may stand for something, right? You may stand for a certain belief, and someone may say something very offensive towards your belief. You gotta know how to respond in a very calm and collected manner. Because the moment you snap, the moment you do that, you may say something stupid, you may say something irrational, and then they have won the battle because their goal was to trigger you. The majority of the time, the people who bring you down, they know that you have a weakness. They know that there's a flaw, there's a chip in your armor. And people always try to chip into your armor, man. I'm telling you, people will always try to chip into your armor. The closest ones that you know all your weaknesses. The closest ones that you know, they know how to get into your head. You gotta understand this. Your closest friend, your closest family members, your closest whatever, they know how to get into your head. Are you just gonna constantly let them get into your head for free? Are you gonna constantly let them affect your emotions? Right? The best thing to do is to just forget about it, you know, or just joke it off or laugh it off. If somebody's shouting in your face, ready to start something, but they don't do shit, just laugh it off and walk away. Simple as that. If you do that for a majority of your life, you just do this, you will have a very peaceful life. You will have a very good life, bro. You will become actually mentally stronger. It's just like working, it's just like lifting weights. You're training your muscles to get stronger. You're also training your mind to become more emotionally resilient. When you just know how to, when you just brush it off. Think of it as training. Think of it as experience, okay? You are right now at level 1. You're a level 1 character. And you need to gain experience to become stronger. So you lift weights. You're gaining experience points. You're gaining practice. It's the same thing with any bad situation or any bad comment that someone gives you. Think of it as experience. Okay, so this is a chance for me to change. This is a chance for me to react in the right way, and I'm not going to let this person affect my emotions. If you are able to look at in that perspective as everything as experience, any negative comment or something like that someone has said to you as a form of a lesson or experience, bro, you're gonna become so strong, bro. The strongest people I know, man, are the ones who they don't let shit bother them. They don't let shit affect them. They just continue to stay in their lane, focus on their goals, focus on their ambitions, focus on them being them, and that's it, bro. Think about the most popular YouTubers, bro. They're not perfect. They're gonna get freaking haters, and here and there it may affect them, right? They may get a rude comment or something. But a lot of these guys, you may think that it bothers them so much. Sometimes it does, but majority of the time, they got their own life to live. They don't let these haters affect them. You know what I mean? They don't let it affect them. In fact, it motivates them to keep doing what they're doing, and that's how you should be too. Whenever you have people making bad comments or mean comments to you, or they're attacking your identity, or they're being very personal with attacks, bro, See it as a way to just move forward with life. Feel more inspired and more. Use that anger deep down inside of you, not on them, but on your goals and ambitions. Use that as fuel. Use that as fuel to get better. Okay? I guarantee you, man, that whatever you're doing in life, whatever you're doing well in life, any aspect, whether you're becoming successful in for money, you're becoming successful with your family, you're successful with your career path or your social aspect, you have you're getting a lot of girls or whatever, the opposite sex, you're gonna have haters. You're gonna have people that are gonna hate on you for no reason. They're gonna find some sort of chip or flaw in you. Look at people on YouTube, man. People who are so successful on YouTube, even actors and actresses and people who are just doing really well, they always have some people always have some fucking negative comment to say to them. You know, there's always gonna be negative comments on even people who just became successful all of a sudden, maybe because they started a business, they bought a convenience store or something, and it became like a 20-year-old bought 7 convenience stores and he's become very successful. There's gonna be some haters saying, oh, maybe his family gave him some money, some inheritance. Some sort of mean or rude comment, ignorant comment that has no evidence whatsoever, just out of emotion. People just say stupid shit. And you can choose to let it affect you, or you can choose to just continue to do what you do, because you know yourself better than anyone else knows you. You know what kind of a person you are. If you know you're a good person, if you know you're a kind person, if you know you're an honest person, no one's gonna affect you, bro. No one's affecting you. If you know your flaws, if you just accept the person that you are, anything that someone says to you, whether it's a crazy ex that brought up something that you did in the past, bro, just fucking move on. It doesn't matter. That's not you anymore. That's not you. Just keep doing your thing. Laugh it off and move on. That's how you should move in life. Just to let go, move on, don't take it personal, and your life's gonna have a whole lot of peace and a whole lot of beauty and a whole lot of happiness.